Welcome back. So still on complex number, we are moving to division of polar form of complex number. Now, recall that when you have z equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Now, so z1 will be equals to what? r1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Then z2 will be what? r2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. Now, we want to find the division of polar form of complex number. So meaning that, let's get z1 over z2. So z1 over z2 will be what? What's our z1? Our z1 is r1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Then divided by r2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. Now, we have this complex number now. We want to divide it. Now, how do you go about it? It is just very, very simple. How you go about it is very, very simple. So what do we have? So now we can separate r1 from r2, right? So we can separate r1 from r2. So when we separate r1 from r2, we have r1 over r2 multiplied by, so we are left with cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1, then over cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. So this is what we have, right? Now, there's something we call rationalization. Under division of complex number, when you have something like 7 plus 3i over 2 minus 4i, you rationalize. This is division of two complex number, right? When you rationalize, you will change the sign of the imaginary part, right? You change the sign of the imaginary part of the denominator. So that will be 2 plus 4i over 2 plus 4i. This is what we call rationalization, right? So now that's what we want to do here. So you say rationalize. So when we rationalize now, what are we going to have? We're going to have z1 over z2 equals to r1 over r2, then multiply by, so it's only this part we are going to rationalize. So we have cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 over cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. So when we rationalize, that will be multiplied by, so we will conjugate the sign of the imaginary. What is the imaginary? This I sin theta 2. We'll conjugate it from plus, we'll change to what? Minus. So that will be cos theta 2 minus I sin theta 2 over cos theta 2 minus I sin theta 2, right? So this is what we're having now. So we multiply them, the numerator together and the denominator together. So we have z1 over z2 equals to r1 over r2. So multiply by cos theta 1 times cos theta 2 will give us what? Cos theta 1 times cos theta 2 will give us cos theta 1 cos theta 2. Cos theta 1 times minus I sin theta 2 will give us minus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2, right? Plus I sin theta 1 multiplied by cos theta 2 will give us what? That will give us plus, right? That will give us plus. So what do we have? Plus I sin theta 1 cos theta 2, right? I sin theta 1 multiplied by minus I sin theta 2 will give us minus I square sin theta 1 sin theta 2. Do we get? Sin theta 2. Then everything over cos theta 2 multiplied by cos theta 2 will give us what? That will give us cos square theta 2. Cos theta into, when they say cos theta multiplied by cos theta times cos theta will give us cos square theta. So cos theta 2 times cos theta 2 will give us cos square theta 2. Cos theta 2 multiplied by minus I sin theta 2 will give us minus minus I cos theta. Okay, minus I sin theta 2 cos theta 2, right? Minus I sin theta 2 cos theta 2. You know, this times this is minus I sin theta 2 cos theta 2. Plus I sin theta 2 times cos theta 2 give us plus I sin theta 2 cos theta 2. Plus I sin theta 2 multiplied by minus I sin theta 2 give us minus I square sin square theta 2. I times I is I square. Sin theta 2 times sin theta 2 give us sin square theta 2. Do you understand? So what do we now have? So that will give us Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiplied by. Now, what happened? I sin theta, sorry, this is theta 2. I sin theta 2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 cos theta 2. We cancel out, right? They have the same thing now. So this will cancel this, right? So what else again? We are left with what? Cos theta 1, cos theta 2. Then we are left with what? All this on top. So nothing can cancel here. You know, this is theta 1 sin theta 2. This is sin theta 1 cos theta 2. They can't cancel at all. So what do we now have on top? So let's bring this to the front, or anyhow. So let's just say we have cos theta 1 cos theta 2, right? Then here will be minus I square sin theta 1 sin theta 2. Then let's bring this. So I can bring this plus before this minus. You know, I've brought this one already. So I can bring this plus before the minus anyhow. So I will have plus I sin theta 1 cos theta 2. Then bring this to the back. That's minus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2. Then everything over. What am I left with under? Cos square theta 2. You know, these are cancelled. Then minus I square sin square theta 2. So this is what I'm having. So I will recall that what? I square is equals to minus 1. So you say recall that I square equals to minus 1. So what are we going to have? We're going to have Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiplied by, we have cos theta 1. Will you be able to contain it? Let's try. Cos theta 1 cos theta 2 minus, and this I square now is now what? Minus 1. I doubt it. Sin theta 1, I doubt it. It will not be able to contain it. So let me just recall that I square equals to minus 1, right? That's the next step. So please permit me, you can just pause the video and write this, or you take a screenshot of it. So while I clean this part. So let's continue. So recall that I square is equals to minus 1. So let's insert it here. So we have Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiply by, so that's cos theta 1 cos theta 2 minus this minus is this minus here. Then I square is what did we say? I square is minus 1. So that will be minus 1 sin theta 1 sin theta 2. So what do we have? Plus I sin theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 cos theta 2, right? Then we have minus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2. So this is what we have. Now, then everything over, we have cos square theta 2 minus, then this I square is minus 1. Minus 1 sin square theta 2. So what do we now do now? We have Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiply by, that will be giving us cos theta 1 cos theta 2. Minus times minus will give us plus sin theta 1 sin theta 2. Then here we have plus I sine theta 1 cos theta 2 minus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2, right? So here we have everything over. So we have cos square theta 2 minus times minus is plus, right? Plus sine square theta 2. So you recall again. So you recall that, from trig, it says when you have sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to what? 1, right? So when you have cos square theta 2 plus sine square theta 2, they are still the same theta 2, theta 2. Cos square theta 2 plus sine square theta 2, then definitely it is equals to what? 1. So that will be Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2. Okay, let's just recall everything at once instead of writing it twice. So we record that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. And also record that when you have sine A minus B, what is the record for sine A minus B? It is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, right? Record that. And also record that when you have cos A minus B, what is the record? It is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B, right? So you cut all these things. It means let's take our A as theta 1 and B as theta 2. It means this cos theta 1 and theta 2, that is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. What is the recall? Cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. This is now cos A minus B. Then this guy, okay, we've not factorized I out. So we can factorize I out. When you factorize I out, you have sine theta 1 cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 sine theta 2. So meaning that when you have sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, what is that? Sine A minus B. Do you understand? So, and when you have cos square theta 2 plus sine square theta 2, that's what? 1. So let's just write it first before we insert. So that will give us, so we are going to have Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiplied by, so what do we have? We have cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus sine theta 1 sine theta 2. So we can factorize I out. So we have into brackets sine theta 1 cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1 sine theta 2, right? Then everything over cos square theta 2 plus sine square theta 2. So what are we going to have? That will be Z1 over Z2 equals to R1 over R2 multiplied by, so this is now cos theta 1 minus theta 2, right? This is for this. Then we have plus I sine theta 1 minus theta 2. So everything over what? 1, right? So what will be our final answer? Therefore, Z1 over Z2 will now be equals to what? R1 over R2 into bracket cos theta 1. This divided by 1 is still the same thing. Cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sine theta 1 minus theta 2. So this is the equation we want to get. So this is when you are given division of polar form of complex numbers. So this is the formula you use. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you watch the next video where we'll be solving examples. We'll solve examples. Sure you understand. And please don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you.